Hello everyone, welcome to Historically Accurate. In today's episode, I will continue to talk about Liu Bei. In my previous episode about Liu Bei, I talked about the first half of his life. He was weak and had to rely on others. He was repeatedly defeated by powerful enemies but survived tenaciously. Finally, he allied with Sun Quan and defeated the strong enemy Cao Cao at Red Cliffs. After that, he acquired a significant portion of Jin province as his base and recruited a large number of talents. If all Liu Bei's previous efforts had been for survival, after the Battle of Red Cliffs, he was finally qualified as a player to sit at the same table with the major warlords such as Cao Cao, Sun Quan, and Liu Zhang to compete for ancient China. By this time, Liu Bei was already over 50 years old. In this episode, Liu Bei, as a powerful warlord, will show his fierce side. You will definitely learn something new after watching this video. According to Zhuge Liang's Longzhong plan, Liu Bei had achieved the first step, which was to take Jin province and establish a firm foothold. The second step was to seize Yi province to expand his strength. Yi province was governed by Liu Zhang. Like Liu Bei, Liu Zhang was also a member of the Han imperial family. Liu Bei was known for his benevolence and righteousness, and it would be quite immoral for him to attack Liu Zhang in order to seize Yi province. This concern was raised by Liu Bei when Zhuge Liang first proposed the Longzhong plan. However, Zhuge Liang believed that Liu Zhang was a mediocre ruler and Yi province would eventually be acquired by Liu Bei. While Liu Bei was worrying about finding a legitimate reason to enter Yi province, an opportunity came. In March 211 AD, Cao Cao sent Xia Houyuan and Zhong Yao to attack Zhang Lu in Hanzhong. Since Hanzhong was the gateway to Yi province, if Zhang Lu was defeated, Cao Cao's army could march straight into Yi province. Liu Zhang was extremely anxious but didn't know how to deal with it. At this time, Zhang Song, one of Liu Zhang's strategists, said to Liu Zhang that Liu Bei was a benevolent and righteous man with strong military strength. Liu Zhang could allow Liu Bei to enter Yi province and occupy Zhang Lu's Hanzhong. If Liu Bei guarded Hanzhong, there would be no way for Cao Cao to get in Yi province. Liu Zhang had no choice but to agree with this proposal. When Liu Bei heard the news, he couldn't stop laughing. In the past, when Tao Qian and Liu Biao asked Liu Bei to be the watchdog, Liu Bei either didn't have enough military strength to guard the territory after receiving it from the master, or couldn't bear to seize the territory from the master. But this time, Liu Bei had enough military strength, and Liu Zhang still wanted Liu Bei to guard the door. Liu Bei definitely had no reason to give up this opportunity. He gathered enough troops and left Zhuge Liang, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, and Zhao Yun to guard Jin province. He himself brought Pang Tong, Huang Zhong, Wei Yan, Zhuo Ying, and other newly joined strategists and generals to enter Yi province. You may ask, why didn't Liu Bei bring his best strategists and generals such as Zhuge Liang and Guan Yu with him? Now is a good time to talk about Liu Bei's way of managing talents. Liu Bei was a monarch who was very good at identifying and training talents. Have you ever wondered why Liu Bei had two superb generals, Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, following him in the very beginning? How come he was so lucky? In fact, Guan Yu and Zhang Fei were not that great in the beginning. Liu Bei once had to play dead in battle to survive. Where were Guan Yu and Zhang Fei at that time? It was highly likely that they also played dead to survive, just like Liu Bei. But in countless battles, Liu Bei identified their talent and potential, led them and gave them numerous opportunities to grow, and they gradually became brave and resourceful generals. Now, when we look at Liu Bei's selection of personnel to enter Yi province, it's not difficult to understand that he intended to train these new talents. Liu Bei had recruited so many talents in Jin province. If he didn't engage them in important tasks, he wouldn't be able to identify their specific strengths and weaknesses, let alone train them. In addition, if Liu Bei always assigned important tasks to experienced personnel such as Zhuge Liang, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei, they would achieve more and more military successes. As a result, they would become more and more influential. This would be detrimental to the internal stability of Liu Bei's forces. Giving the new talents plenty of opportunities to accumulate some military successes and build their own circles and influences would not only make Liu Bei's forces more stable, but also motivate those experienced generals and strategists. On the other side, when Liu Zhang decided to let Liu Bei come to Yi province, not everyone agreed. His strategist Huang Quan said that Liu Bei was a man who wasn't willing to be subordinate to others and would not follow Liu Zhang's orders. Another strategist, Wang Lei, also saw Liu Bei's ambition to seize Yi province and hang himself upside down at the gate of Chengdu to dissuade Liu Zhang. However, Liu Zhang refused to listen. Liu Zhang believed that since he would provide all the supplies to Liu Bei after Liu Bei entered Yi province, he could always cut off the supplies if Liu Bei ever violated his orders. Therefore, he wasn't very afraid of Liu Bei. In the end, Liu Zhang still sent Zhang Song, Fa Zheng, Meng Da, and others to greet Liu Bei. Liu Bei asked Zhang Song and Fa Zheng about the terrain, weapons, treasury, and military deployment in Yi province after meeting with them. Zhang Song and Fa Zheng told Liu Bei all the details. They even drew a map of Yi province for Liu Bei. You might be thinking, weren't Zhang Song and Fa Zheng the subordinates of Liu Zhang? Why did they leak these military secrets to Liu Bei, who could become an enemy? This was of course because they both had long been expecting Liu Bei to enter Yi province to replace Liu Zhang. This also explained why Zhang Song suggested that Liu Zhang allowed Liu Bei to enter Yi province to attack Zhanglu. Zhang Song and Fa Zheng were both quite capable, but they were not willing to follow Liu Zhang. Instead, they wanted to follow Liu Bei, who was known for his benevolence and righteousness. This indirectly proved that Liu Zhang's ability were actually far inferior to Liu Bei's. After meeting Liu Zhang in Fucheng, Liu Bei was warmly received. Zhang Song, Fa Zheng, and Pang Tong all suggested that Liu Bei should take the opportunity to kill Liu Zhang and take over Yi province. But Liu Bei told them that he was still new to the country and the people were not loyal to him. Taking over Yi province at this moment would only provoke great resentment among the people. So what approach did Liu Bei take? After receiving the provisions and troops, including the Baishui army at Baishui Pass, Liu Bei pretended to follow Liu Zhang's order to attack Zhanglu, but halted his advance when he reached Jiameng and started doing what he was really good at, which were building connections with local reputable families and winning the hearts of local people. In October 212 AD, Cao Cao attacked Sun Quan and Sun Quan asked Liu Bei for help. Liu Bei used this situation as an excuse and said to Liu Zhang, Yi province will definitely be in greater danger if Cao Cao defeats Sun Quan and conquers Jin province. How about you lend me 10,000 troops and some provisions and let me go back to Jin province to help? Hearing Liu Bei's request, Liu Zhang said damn you countless times in his mind and only agreed to lend 4,000 troops and half of the requested provisions to Liu Bei. However, Liu Bei showed no sign of setting out to help Jin province after receiving the troops and provisions. Zhang Song really believed that Liu Bei was leaving Yi province and wrote a secret letter to persuade Liu Bei to stay and seize Yi province. Zhang Song's elder brother was afraid of being implicated, so he reported on Zhang Song's collusion with Liu Bei. Liu Zhang immediately executed Zhang Song and ordered the guards of each pass not to have any contact with Liu Bei. This was equivalent to no longer supplying provisions to Liu Bei's army. Liu Bei became furious after finding out what Liu Zhang did. He didn't have his own base to supply provisions, so he had to officially declare war on Liu Zhang. At this time, his strategist Pang Tong proposed 3 plans to deal with the situation. The best plan was to lead the elite troops quietly and quickly advance to Chengdu and seize the city when the enemy were unprepared. The second best plan was to trick Yang Huai and Gao Pei, generals of the army guarding nearby Baishui Pass, into coming, capture them, take control of their army, and quickly advance to attack Chengdu. The last plan was to retreat to Baidicheng, contact the army in Jing province and attack Yi province step by step. Liu Bei adopted the second best plan and lied to Yang Huai and Gao Pei that he was going back to Jing province to save Sun Quan. Yang Huai and Gao Pei had been hoping that Liu Bei would leave Yi province as soon as possible, so after hearing the news, they came without heavy armor to see Liu Bei off. At this moment, Liu Bei showed his fierce side. He found an excuse and directly killed Yang Huai and Gao Pei. Then he led his army to quickly march to Baishui Pass, took the soldiers' families as hostages, and took control of the Baishui army. After that, he immediately sent Huang Zhong and Zhuo Ying to lead an army to attack Fucheng. Liu Bei acted so ruthlessly this time because of the dangerous situation he was in. He went deep into the enemy's heartland with limited provisions. If he didn't quickly clear the enemy at Baishui Pass and attack Chengdu, his provisions could easily run out in the entanglement with the enemy. Zheng Du, one of Liu Zhang's strategists, also found out this weakness of Liu Bei. He suggested to Liu Zhang, "We should urgently move the people near Langzhong and Zitong to the west of Fu River, burn all the food and crops, stay inside the city, and resolutely refuse to fight against Liu Bei. Over time, Liu Bei's provisions will run out and he can only retreat." When Liu Bei heard Zheng Du's plan, he was quite nervous and asked Fa Zheng what to do. Fa Zheng, who had followed Liu Zhang for many years, said that Liu Zhang would definitely not do that, so Liu Bei didn't need to worry. Sure enough, Liu Zhang believed that a country should fend off the enemy for its people to live and work in peace and contentment. He had never heard of a country scourging its people to fend off the enemy. As a result, Zheng Du was dismissed. The benevolent Liu Zhang lost his last chance to turn defeat into victory the moment he made this decision. Nevertheless, Liu Bei still worried that Liu Zhang would implement Zheng Du's plan. Instead of seizing Zitong first on his way, he directly rushed Fucheng. Liu Zhang sent Wu Yi, Liu Gui, Leng Bao, Zhang Ren, Deng Xian to Fucheng to resist Liu Bei's attack, but they were defeated and retreated to Mianzhu. Wu Yi led his troops to surrender to Liu Bei. After occupying Fucheng, Liu Bei threw a banquet, drank, and asked performers to play music.
我打了一辈子仗，就不能享受享受吗？
Pang Tong said to Liu Bei, "As an army of benevolence and righteousness, we shouldn't consider seizing another country a pleasure." Liu Bei was drunk at that time. He got very angry and drove Pang Tong away. But after sobering up and realizing his mistake, he rushed to apologize to Pang Tong. Their friendship deepened. Afterwards, Liu Bei continued to march on Mianzhu. Liu Zhang sent Li Yan and Fei Guan to Mianzhu to supervise the defense against Liu Bei. However, Li Yan and Fei Guan also led their troops to surrender. With his military strength soaring, Liu Bei quickly seized several other counties near Mianzhu and got sufficient provisions for the army. Liu Bei's next target was Luocheng. Luocheng was guarded by Liu Xun, Liu Zhang's son, as well as Zhang Ren. Zhang Ren went out to fight against Liu Bei at Yan Bridge, but was defeated and captured. Liu Bei tried to persuade him to surrender, but he would rather die than surrender. As a result, he was executed by Liu Bei. In the novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Zhang Ren set up an ambush at Luofeng Po, Fallen Phoenix Hill, and killed Liu Bei's strategist Pang Tong with arrows. But in fact, Pang Tong was shot dead at the age of 36 when he was besieging Luocheng. Liu Bei not only lost Pang Tong, but also lost many soldiers because he still couldn't occupy Luocheng after besieging it for a year. Therefore, he had to ask Zhuge Liang, Zhao Yun, Zhang Fei, Liu Feng, and others to help. Only Guan Yu stayed in Jing province to guard the place, assisted by Ma Liang, Mi Fang, Shi Ren, and Liao Hua. In 214 AD, the Jing province army led by Zhuge Liang conquered Jiangzhou. Yan Yan, who was guarding Jiangzhou, was persuaded to surrender. Then, Zhao Yun conquered Jiangyang and Wuyang. Zhang Fei conquered Langzhong and Zhuge Liang conquered Deyang. These three armies were all approaching Chengdu. Before long, Liu Bei also finally conquered Luocheng and joined the other three armies to besiege Chengdu. Chengdu was strongly built and had sufficient food and soldiers inside the city for Liu Zhang to last a year. The city was still intact after being besieged by Liu Bei's army for dozens of days. At this time, Ma Chao, the warlord of Xiliang, was defeated by Cao Cao and had no choice but to join Liu Bei. When Ma Chao was about to arrive at Chengdu, Liu Bei secretly sent his own army to pretend to be Ma Chao's army and stationed his army outside of the city with Ma Chao. Like Zhang Fei and Guan Yu, Ma Chao was also an experienced valiant general. The news that he joined Liu Bei's forces made Liu Zhang feel desperate. So Liu Zhang said, "My father and I have been governing Yi province for more than 20 years, but we haven't helped the people much. The people have suffered a lot in the past 3 years because of the wars. Therefore, I am willing to surrender." Liu Zhang's surrender meant that Liu Bei finally completely took over Yi province and finished the second step of Zhuge Liang's Longzhong plan. Liu Bei returned Liu Zhang's belongings and the general's seal and ribbon to Liu Zhang and allowed him to relocate to Gong'an County in Jin province. And those who had opposed against Liu Bei in the past, such as Huang Quan, were sincerely recruited by Liu Bei and eventually joined Liu Bei's forces. This made the talents in Yi province compete to join Liu Bei's forces. In this way, Liu Bei finally occupied 1/3 of the ancient China and was one step closer to his goal of reviving the Han dynasty. Well, that's it for this episode. If you have any thoughts and suggestions, please leave your comments down below. If you like my video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. See you next time!